Welcome to Instructional Videos. Today we are going to install the premium spring arm boulevard banner system. So before you begin, there's a few things you will need. You'll need a step stool or a ladder. You'll need a drill, a tape measure, and a pencil. So first things we're going to do is mark the holes on where we're going to drill into the pole. I recommend to pre-drill your holes. So I'm going to grab one of the castings, and I'm going to grab my pencil and my drill. So I'm going to install the casting onto the pole, and you want to make sure that the arrow is facing up. That is the top of the casting. And I'm just going to make a tick mark in the middle of the hole on where I want to drill my hole. Now that I have my holes marked, I'm simply going to drill my 2 holes. Now that I have my 2 holes drilled, I'm ready to install the casting. So using the included screws, I'm going to insert the screw through the small washer and through the opening on the top of my casting. And once again, I want to make sure that the casting arrow is facing up. So I'm just going to place it in my holes that I have pre-drilled, and I'm just going to secure into place. As you're securing into place, you do not want to drill too much where the washer becomes warped. So I'm going to do the same for the bottom hole. Now I have my first casting installed. So you only need to install 1 casting if you're doing a single boulevard banner, but I'm doing a double boulevard banner, so I'm going to have to install my second casting on the other side before I can continue. So to install my second casting, I'm going to repeat the same steps as the first one. Now that I have both my castings installed, I'm just going to set my drill off to the side. So to secure the castings into place, you're going to use the 2 steel bands. Now the steel bands work great for a pole. However, if you're installing the castings onto a square pole, you'll have to use different bands. And since this is a pole and we're using the steel bands, you will also need a straight screwdriver. So to secure the bands, you're just going to secure the band, you're going to wrap it around the pole and secure it over the top screw. My pole is thin enough that I can wrap the band around twice. Then I'm going to insert the end into the latch. Using a straight screwdriver, I'm going to secure the screw and then push it down into place. Do not use any power tools. Now that I got my first band secured into place, I'm going to repeat the steps for the bottom band. Now that I have my casting secured into place, I'm ready to attach the arm. So to attach the arm, you'll need one of the poles. You'll need a large pin, a small pin, and a large washer. So what you're going to do is you're going to insert the arm into the casting, insert the small pin through the hole, and as you're inserting, you want to make sure that the larger portion of the pin is facing down, and this is where you will slide on the large pin, and then you'll secure into place. And then, using the large washer, I'm just going to insert it on the end of my pole. The washer will prevent the banner from slipping onto the arm. So I'm going to repeat these steps for the other pole. Now that I have both brackets installed, I'm going to install my boulevard banners on the top, and then I'm going to measure on where I should put my second casting. So I'm going to slide my boulevard banner on. Once I have it slid on, I'm going to take my pencil and my casting, and I'm just going to line it up on the pole so that the arm would extend into the bottom bracket. Using a pen or pencil, you're just going to mark where you're going to install your casting. Now that I got my holes marked on where I'm going to drill for my casting, I'm going to grab my drill and put my holes into the pole. Now that I got my holes drilled, I'm ready to install the castings. Now there's one main difference from installing on the top versus the bottom. When installing the castings on the bottom, you want to make sure that the arrow is pointing down. You don't want it pointing up like the top, it needs to be pointing down. So I'm going to do the same steps as I did above. When securing your arm into the bottom casting, you'll want to insert the small pin through the holes, and you want to make sure that the large opening is facing the top. And then this is where you'll insert the large pin. And then you'll just secure. It is just that easy to install the premium bracket system with spring arm. Welcome to instructional videos. Today we are going to install boulevard banners onto the premium bracket system with spring arm. So you want to identify where the grommets are in your boulevard banner. So I have a grommet on the top and bottom here, and that side is what I'm going to install closest to the pole. So you're simply going to slide the pull pockets of your boulevard banner onto the arms of your bracket system. So I'm going to slide in the top and bottom at the same time. Once I got my first banner slid on, I'm going to repeat these steps for my second banner. Now that I got both my banners slid on, the last thing I'm going to do is secure into place using the large pin. So we're going to insert the large pins through the grommets on the banner. So I'm going to open the pin and insert it through the grommet. I'm going to repeat these steps for the other grommets. It is just that easy to install your boulevard banners onto the premium bracket system with spring arm.